to never bring a knife to a gunfight. I should learn to keep my eyes on the prize. I should have known to never bring a knife to a gunfight. I should learn to keep my eyes on the prize. A half moon high in the vacant sky with the stars paved in the street. And if it suits you well, then we can sit and spell and try to find out what it means. I found a holy man and a homeless man, a man now built on wealth, but no man inside is like me inside, so come and save me from myself. I should've known to never bring a knife to a gunfight. I should learn to keep my eyes on the prize. I should have known to never bring a knife to a gunfight. I should learn to keep my eyes on the prize. Gunfight. Should learn to keep my eyes on the prize. Should learn to never bring a knife to a gunfight. Should learn to keep my eyes on the prize. To the moon just to find you in your little hiding place. I'd take Moonrock, Boondock Avenue all the way to outer space. I'd take a plane, a train, any road, mountains or the sea. 'Cause you can't believe in nothing, nothing is for free. Well, push come to shove, you better hope it don't get out of club. Don't make me go get out my gun. Try to hold on me. I walk the forest in the dark just to find you, hiding in between the trees. Across the desert in the heat, I'm gonna find you. And when I do, God help me, please. I fight the rain, the pain, hail and snow, mountains or the sea. 'Cause you can't believe in nothing, nothing is for free. Push come to shove, you better hope it don't get out of club. Don't make me go get out my gun. Try to hold on me. Push come to shove, you better hope it don't get out of club. Don't make me go get out my gun. Try to hold on me. got it truly now. And oh my God, I caught you. Ooh, that hand again. Look at me honestly into my eyes and tell me you were ever my friend. What a way to ever lose somebody. What if I said I knew it all along? You're a dime, lying, lousy, no good, cheating on me, money, motherfucker, the end. I'm a fool, I'm a sucker, you're the devil undercover. Can't believe I fell for that again.
All right, welcome, wrestling fans. We're coming to you live with WCW Live here on the Superstation WTBS on the Nation Network of Wrestling. Tonight, we're going to see the best of the best in action. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, it is the World Championship Wrestling here on the Superstation. WCW Wrestling action coming your way. Joining me in the broadcast booth, as always, Stu Mayhem. And tonight, Stu, we've got some of the biggest names in the business coming our way.
Oh, we're going to see the television champion, Nikita Koloff, in action, as well as this man making his debut here in World Championship Wrestling, Stunning Steve Austin.
Well, Stunning Steve Austin has been doing his thing in the Texas area as part of World Class Championship Wrestling. And now has made his way here to the WCW. He comes with some pretty strong credentials, I've got to admit.
Oh, indeed he does, and he's been trained by some of the best. He's learned from some of the best.
A graduate of the School of Gentleman Chris Adams, so that in itself says quite a bit, I'd say. Our first look at Stunning Steve Austin here, getting ready to go up against Bill Mulkey. Coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, here in the Omni. As you mentioned earlier on, we are going to see the television title defended by Nikita Koloff here as he goes one-on-one with the man they call Sting.
Well, right now, Koloff is kind of like one of those wounded animals in a corner. Since the takeover by Ted Turner, turning this into the WCW World Championship Wrestling, the World Six-Man Tag Team titles and the United States Tag Team titles have been given to the NWA and stripped away from the Russians, who had quite a bit of gold going into tonight, but now are left with just the title, the TV title.
Well, again, Nikita Koloff, to your point, now even more protective of that title than he was before, and that's saying quite a bit because he was very protective of that title. Stunning Steve Austin with a picture-perfect suplex. And now Mulkey into the corner he goes, and Austin catches him from behind.
Stunning Steve Austin having his way right here with Bill Mulkey. Not a big surprise as he takes him across the ring.
Oh, Austin just driving a knee into the head of Mulkey, and he may be out from that one. Boots in the midsection, and what's he got in mind here? Powerbomb, just folded him in half. Mulkey now rolling out to the apron where he thinks he's safe, but I don't know. Oh, nice move right there by Mulkey. He backs Austin up and gets the opportunity, but walks right into an arm drag.
Well, Bill Mulkey's going to have to come up with something more than that if he thinks he's going to beat this guy. Ever since I heard he was coming our way, I've been doing a little bit of research, and I'm telling you right now, Mulkey better figure something out and figure it out quickly, because Austin is going to be going to town on him any moment here.
Austin's got him up for a pile driver. There it is. We have seen that pile driver used by a number of different athletes here over the years. Throughout the Great American Bash, for that matter, and we know exactly what it's capable of doing. And now Austin's got him up. There it is, the stun gun. And he hooks the leg, and that should be all she wrote for Bill Mulkey.
I believe, and you're right, it is over.
Convincing victory for stunning Steve Austin here in his WCW debut.
Well, that pile driver really is all you need, but there it is for good measure, driving him throat first across the top rope.
Well, that is a variation of the move that we had seen Vader using throughout the Great American Bash, the move that put Ric Flair on the shelf for over 30 days. It is a devastating maneuver, and when you hit it the way he just did, it could really spell the end of a match.
And that's exactly what happened here.
Fans, stay with us. We got more WCW wrestling action coming your way. All right, we are back, fans, and oh, wait a minute. We're going to be joined by the one and only former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Terry Funk.
Oh, we know he's not happy about the way things went down at the Clash of the Champions, that's for sure.
No, I'm not here because I care a damn about what you people think. I'm here because something was taken from me. Ric Flair, you walk around like you're the world champion, but everybody knows that Terry Funk is the man who should have that title around his waist right now. I beat Vader, and I can beat you too. But I haven't gotten my return match yet. Now maybe you walk around here thinking you're styling and profiling, but let me tell you something. You're gonna get a Texas-sized ass kicking when you step in the ring with Terry Funk, and you can run all you want, but you're never gonna be able to hide.
Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't look like that Nature Boy Ric Flair is hiding at all. He is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He survived and won the round robin tournament at Clash of the Champions.
Well, both men have something in common. They both beat Vader, the man who was absolutely unbeatable for the entire month of July. However, Flair scored a win over Terry Funk.
Well, bragging rights being what they are, right?
What happened to you? You used to be someone I would look up to. You used to be the man, and now you're not. And instead of just getting out there and doing something about it, you cry like a bitch.
How dare you? How dare you question who I am? I know who I am. All these people out here know who I am. I am the Funker. I am the rightful heavyweight champion.
Well, if you were the rightful heavyweight champion, then why aren't you carrying the gold, big man? You see, what's bothering you is I've gone where you can't go, and that is to the top, and I've stayed there. You were what we call an interim champion. I am the man.
Well, I might have been what you'd call an interim champion, but Ric Flair, I don't see you rushing to put that title back up. But you can run as long as you want. You can only hide so long before Terry Funk gets you cornered, and you're going to have to give me my return match.
I'm not afraid of you. As a matter of fact, I'll match you right here tonight. You want to get this done? Let's get it done in the ring right here tonight. And I'll tell you one more thing. If you can beat me tonight, I will not only give you a title match, but I'll let you pick the stipulation, anything you want.
Well, dadgummit, that sounds like a pretty good offer. But you might want to be real careful, because right now that alligator mouth of yours is writing a check that butterfly ass is going to have to cash. And I just don't think you can do it.
Well, my friend, as I've said before, I am the kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing, jet-flying, limousine-riding, seller again, and I live that motto. To beat a man, you gotta beat the man. I beat Vader, and I beat you.
I tell you, Rick, I'm going to give you credit where credit is due. Because like you also said, any man can be beaten on any given day. And at the Clash of the Champions, that was your day. But I believe your time has come. I don't think you're at 100%, and tonight I'm willing to prove that.
Well, tonight you're going to have your opportunity to put up or shut up. Because I am your world champion.
Who's it gonna be, Ric Flair or Terry Funk? right, fans, we are back here live on the Superstation, and we have got a title match to get to.
Indeed, make that the WCW World Television title is on the line. Man making his way to the ring at this time is Sting.
Well, the Stinger had a tremendous month of July throughout the Great American Bash, racking up numbers and numbers of victories. The momentum he has built has led to this match here tonight, the opportunity to take the title back from the Russians.
Well, as we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, the former NWA six-man tag team and United States tag team titles have been returned to the NWA. They did belong to the Russians, Ivan and Nikita Koloff, and now the only title that remains in their stable is the television title, which has been converted to the WCW Television Championship.
And there's our first look at that new title. Wrapped around the waist of Nikita Koloff. Will he be able to keep it there? That is the question. Fine-looking piece of hardware, no doubt about that.
Oh, the Russian proudly wearing it down into the ring.
Nikita Koloff, the WCW Television Champion right now, entering the ring. Sting giving him some room.
Well, it may be a sign of don't mistake kindness for weakness.
All right, fans, we're going to find out right now. Sting has the momentum continuing with him at this point in time as we take a look at that new WCW World Television Championship title belt. There is the challenger. Hailing from California, Venice Beach, weighing in at over 246 pounds, this is the man they call Sting.
He is put together, I'll tell you what, but then again, so is the champion. When it comes to size, strength, weight, ability in the ring, this is about as even a match as you can get. I don't know how you call it in this one.
The look on the face of Nikita Koloff really says it all. He is an angry wrestler at this point in time. He is an angry monster if you're Sting. Having had two, not one, but two championship titles taken away from him. He didn't lose them in the ring.
Seemed a little reluctant in handing over that title right now. What would it do to the psyche of Nikita Koloff if he were to drop this one?
I don't know, but it wouldn't be good. I can tell you that right now. Bell sounds action underway. Both men meet in the middle of the ring. Nikita Koloff wasting no time at all with a belly-to-belly suplex and Sting taking it. We want to thank all of you watching us live on the Nation Network. We appreciate you very much. Here for this early morning edition of WCW on the TBS Superstation. Backed into the corner now. Referee going to try and separate these two men. Let's see if he's successful or not, and he actually is. But Nikita Koloff wasting no time at all.
Nice go behind, and Koloff driving him into the canvas. The champion stunned. Now Koloff has a different, they're both built very similarly, but Koloff's attacks are a lot more aggressive. I would dare say more physical.
Now, he's got a more of a sledgehammer style to him, whereas Sting's a little bit of a mix of high flying and a quickness, but he's also got that power. He'll do the gorilla press slam. And he likes to use his body weight as a weapon. You'll see him with that Stinger splash in the corner. often setting people up for the Scorpion Deathlock, and he's had a lot of success throughout the Great American Bash, as we said earlier. The question is, will that continue here tonight?
Cross ankle sweep, nicely done. And Koloff goes down. Now it's Sting, the challenger, getting some opportunities. Neck breaker, nicely executed there. For Sting, he knows he's got to make the most of this opportunity. He's managed his way up the ladder. He is still spying the World Championship, but to win the World Television title would definitely go a long way in that argument.
It would indeed, and a nice DDT, and that just shook the champion, I think. Nikita Koloff seems to be in trouble. Noticeable by his absence here from ringside is Uncle Ivan Koloff. Shot to the midsection, and now Sting going for the pile driver, but that's not going to happen. The champion just turns it into a back body drop and raking the eyes of Sting.
Well, Koloff going after the eyes because he knows if he can't see, he's not going to be able to fight, and that's smart strategy, even if it is against the rules.
Well, referee's job is to manage to find a way to maintain order right now, and he's let a little bit go early on in this one. Going for the covers, Nikita Koloff, who gets two, and Sting comes out the back door. Fans, we remind you, on October 5th, we will start the 2K19 season. We invite you to join us for what will be mega streams going on for the first several days as we build a new season. Nice move, and Sting with a big slam. Driving Nikita Koloff into the canvas, and now the champion comes back with a shoulder block. Another nice neck breaker, and Nikita Koloff really having his way. Boot to the back. And again. Oh, there it is.
He got him with it.
The Russian single, and Sting is out.
Koloff taking a little too long maybe to go for it. Let's see if that's enough.
He's got 1, 2, and 3. It's over. Nikita Koloff continues on as the WCW World Television Champion. What a victory for Nikita Koloff.
Wait a minute. Something going on here.
And now Koloff, come on now. Nikita Koloff not happy with the victory, going after Sting. After the match is over, you've got the win. What else do you want? All right, fans, we are back. And we have regained order, at least for the moment. We'll see how long that holds up. Making his way down to the ring, Magnum TA.
Well, Magnum TA, the former United States champion, and he has made it clear he wants that title back. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Well, he dropped that title at the Great American Bash to one of the members of the Four Horsemen, and that would, of course, be Tully Blanchard. Tonight they have a return match of sorts. The title not on the line here, but it's a big opportunity for Magnum TA to prove once again that he is worthy of the United States title. Not that we don't already know that. And there we get a look at him, the WCW United States champion, Tully Blanchard. That title not on the line, but the opportunity is, and that's what Magnum TA is looking at right now.
Well, Tully Blanchard has proven time and time again, given the opportunity, he will take advantage. And that's exactly what happened, and that is why he is now the WCW United States champion.
Well, he's got a level of confidence right now, and I've got to believe that's partially due to the fact that he knows the title's not on the line and he can't be defeated for it. He'll walk out of here with the belt no matter what.
Well, that all said, at the same point in time, he does not want to give Magnum TA anything to build on, and that would definitely be the case because we know its return title match is very near in the future.
Big elbow drop. Magnum TA right to the small of the back of Tully Blanchard. Now the champion on the receiving end. Belly to back suplex. Nicely done.
Looks like Blanchard landing on the back of his head with that one, and that'll knock you for a loop.
Tully Blanchard takes him down now. Overhand right, staggering him back into the corner. Clothesline takes him all the way out to the floor. And Magnum TA is down.
Oh, ran him into the steel post, and Magnum now clutching his head.
Well, when you say there's no love lost between these two men, that is about as literal a statement as you can have. The history runs deep. As Magnum driving Tully Blanchard head first into the concrete floor. Count reaching up to 8 before Magnum able to stop the count. And now look at this. Tully Blanchard back elbow has no effect. And Magnum TA fighting his way back. Big cross knee backbreaker. And now he lines him up with a big fist drop. And Tully Blanchard on the receiving end.
Well, Magnum has turned the tide of this one. Fans loving it.
No doubt about it, you're hard-pressed to find too many people here who are in the corner of Tully Blanchard. And now Magnum hooking the leg once again gets one. Tully Blanchard fighting his way back. Gut wrench suplex taking the would-be challenger over.
He slaps that reverse chin lock on there really tight.
Snapmare now by Tully Blanchard, and again going to that rear chin lock, and he's got it on. He's trying to wear Magnum TA down. It also gives Tully Blanchard an opportunity to catch his breath. But now Magnum backed up to his feet. He's regained a vertical base, and now the elbows right in the midsection. And there's a press, and he couldn't hold it, and Tully Blanchard turns it into a DDT. Nice maneuver.
Tully Blanchard shifted his weight just as he was going up, and he used all of that to his advantage.
Indeed he did, and now Magnum TA up against the ropes, and this could be it. Slingshot suplex, that's his bread and butter.
Well, that's what he uses to win his matches, and did he do it here?
He's got 1, 2, and Magnum gets his shoulder up off the canvas.
Oh, I'll tell you, the look on the face of Tully Blanchard is echoed by many here in the crowd tonight.
Tully Blanchard waiting on Magnum to get back to his feet. He does. There's that axe handle off the ropes, and Magnum wisely rolls outside the ring. Tully Blanchard couldn't hold the weight, and now Magnum adjusting.
You talk about back and forth. Look at what we've got going here.
Magnum TA now going to work on that arm. Oh, round into the steel post. Tully Blanchard in trouble.
And the count continues. Magnum TA just did a number on the knee of Tully Blanchard.
I don't think Tully Blanchard's going to beat the count back in. Magnum telling him to come back in the ring. It's not going to happen. Magnum gets the victory by a countout.
Oh, it's a win. Say what you will. Magnum TA gets a win in the record books over Tully Blanchard.
Well, even if the title had been on the line, it wouldn't be changing hands that way, but look at this, the slingshot suplex. He goes for the cover here, and everybody, I think, thought it was all over. The fans on their feet counting along, and then Magnum gets that shoulder up at the last moment and ends up winning this thing by a countout. Fans, we still have more action left to come. Don't go away. The Nature Boy Ric Flair and Terry Funk going to go head-to-head here tonight as WCW is on TBS. All right, fans, we are back. We have tag team action coming your way next. There they are, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, The Minnesota Wrecking Crew representing the Four Horsemen, Arn and Ole Anderson.
I'll tell you right now, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Arn Anderson and Tully, I beg your pardon, Ole Anderson. I'm used to Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard being the tag team. But in this situation, we've got something a little bit different.
Well, ever since Ole Anderson rejoined the Horsemen in the last couple of weeks of the Great American Bash, everything, and I mean everything, has turned around for them. They now hold all the gold, as they say.
You've got Tully Blanchard, who we just saw as the United States champion. We're looking at the tag team champions here. And, of course, the Nature Boy Ric Flair is the World Heavyweight Champion.
These titles are not on the line here tonight. However, the team who plans to take them away with a very long, sordid history with the Four Horsemen, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton on your left, Robert Gibson on your right.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The Rock and Roll Express over the past 8 or 9 months have proven to everybody that when they get in the ring and the tag team titles are on the line, there's a pretty good chance they're going to walk away with them.
They have been the NWA United States Champions, the NWA World Tag Team Champions on multiple occasions. Ricky and Robert looking now to take the WCW Tag Team titles away from the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. It's not going to happen tonight, however. Big opportunity nonetheless, just like there was for Magnum TA earlier.
Just like there will be for Terry Funk in just a few moments.
Robert Gibson now taking the Enforcer down to that side headlock position. Nicely done. Now, one thing about Arn Anderson, he's capable of out-wrestling you anytime he chooses to, but as we know, the Enforcer did not get his name because he is a great grappler. Robert Gibson off that middle rope. He caught him but didn't catch him well.
Yeah, almost did a little bit of damage to Robert Gibson on that one as well. He landed awkwardly.
And now the Enforcer, Arn Anderson, regaining control of this one. Grinding it out now, working on the head and the shoulder. Putting a lot of torque on the neck, and now Robert Gibson back up, shoulder tackle, down he goes. Back body dropping now, Arn Anderson, as the Horsemen generally do, focusing on a body part, and it seems to be the arm early on in this one.
Well, they are experts at that, and they know if they've got a limb that's damaged, they are going to focus on it. Here it is again. Look at this. Ole Anderson now stretching that bad arm behind the back of Robert Gibson, and now he's going after the other shoulder as well.
Oh, Gibson managing to kick off, and now Ole Anderson goes down. Good job of cutting the ring in half, bringing him over towards his corner. Now the tag made to Ricky Morton.
This is what it's all about. Tag team wrestling, you want to cut the ring in half and keep it on your side of the ring. Don't allow your opponent to get to his partner and use him in any way.
Ricky Morton just ringing the bell of Ole Anderson. And now from that middle rope, what's he going to do here? Tennessee buckshot. Right there, landing on the mark. Hurricane Rana by Ricky Morton, nicely done. Takes him over now to the ropes. Big elbow finding the mark, and Ole Anderson now receiving a lot of punishment.
Well, another thing about both of these teams is they are specialists in tag team wrestling. If they get your opponent in the corner, you can be rest assured that it's going to be a 2-on-1 for at least the 5 seconds that are allotted.
Neckbreaker by Ricky Morton, and you're 100% right. The Rock and Roll Express like to use that double drop kick. As we say, a single right there by Ricky Morton. Ole Anderson in trouble. And the Horsemen, they've got a two-man pile driver, and it is absolutely brutal. Irish whip into the ropes, right there it is. There's that rock and roll drop kick, and he caught him with it. Hooks the leg, where's the referee?
Well, referee's there now, but Arn Anderson able to get it in time to make the save. Otherwise, I believe this one would have been over quickly.
Robert Gibson knows that he was moments away from victory. Ricky Morton going after Arn Anderson, who rolls out to the floor. And now Robert Gibson hammering away on Ole Anderson.
All the crowd on their feet right now. They're loving what they're seeing out of the Rock and Roll Express here tonight.
Now, Ole Anderson says it's over, but I don't know about that. Yeah, I think he better figure out a way to put some offense together before he goes down that road. And now Gibson strung out across the top rope.
Oh, he's going to work on that leg. Wow. He is really trying to dislocate the knee of Robert Gibson, but Gibson fights fire.
Belly to back suplex, and Robert Gibson down hard. He needs to make the tag to his partner. Scoop slam, and there it is. Lunging tag made by Ole Anderson. There's a tag made to Ricky Morton, and now both members are fresh in the ring.
Arn Anderson came running in, thought he was going to get a hold of Ricky Morton. That didn't happen, but there's a shoulder block in place.
Arn Anderson now Irish whipping Ricky Morton to the ropes. Dropped hold, and Morton face first into the canvas. Morton appears to be knocked out. Big boot right to the lower midsection of Ricky Morton. And Anderson now following it up, and then look at this Hurricane Rana.
Nice block by Arn Anderson as we see Ole Anderson just now starting to get back up to the ring apron.
The spine buster by Arn Anderson, not enough to keep Ricky Morton down, and now Morton getting the upper hand one more time. We see Gibson on the apron trying to regain his self after he spent quite a bit of time in the ring. Neck breaker by Morton. And again with that diving elbow. Big clothesline by the enforcer, Arn Anderson. And now Arn Anderson going to work on Ricky Morton.
Time and time again, these two teams trading blows, and now here comes a double team, and this could be a problem.
Oh, this is the move we talked about earlier. That spike pile driver, it'll be all over. Driving Ricky Morton head first into the canvas. Robert Gibson not able to make the save, and Ricky Morton gets his shoulder up somehow.
I have no idea how he was able to do it.
The heart of Ricky Morton somehow carrying him through that one. One of the most lethal finishers in the business today, that spike pile driver. Many have called for it to be banned. Now a jawbreaker, and Ricky Morton turning things around. Big knee lift.
Went for the drop kick, and that was not going to happen. Ole Anderson tries to take over.
There is the tag made, and now I believe they're going to go for it again. Drop toe, elbow right to the small of the back, taking a page out of the book of the Midnight Express. And he almost got him.
Ricky Morton intercepted Arn Anderson perfectly there to make sure he wouldn't interfere in the count. And Robert Gibson almost able to hold Ole Anderson down for 3.
And Gibson with a bulldog. Hooks the leg. Arn Anderson nowhere to be found. 1, 2.
One more time. Ole Anderson reaching deep down.
Robert Gibson doing what he's got to do, and that is working the upper body of Ole Anderson. He's focusing right now on that head and neck area. Arn Anderson just regaining his feet. Neckbreaker by Robert Gibson, who tries to get the victory here. Hooks the leg of Ole Anderson. He gets through, and he got him.
Oh, there's a win for the Rock and Roll Express.
Arn Anderson didn't try to make the save that time, but I don't think he thought that he had to worry about it. We take a look back at some of the moments of this one. Look at that spike pile driver, how brutal that is.
Oh, that neckbreaker added up with everything else was too much. And that leads to the victory right here by the Rock and Roll Express.
Huge victory for Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. Title match is definitely in the future for them. All right, fans, it's a non-title match. Ric Flair already in the ring. And here comes Terry Funk, and these two men are not going to wait to get it on. Terry Funk is irate. He felt he didn't have to put that title up in a round-robin tournament, and that he was screwed out of it.
Oh, now it is Ric Flair not wasting any time as he's got Terry Funk in trouble near the ropes.
Gut-wrench suplex by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Not a big night for the Horsemen. Tully Blanchard losing by countout. The Minnesota Wrecking Crew getting pinned by the Rock and Roll Express. And now imagine if Terry Funk pulls a victory off over the world champion here tonight.
Well, that would be critical, no doubt about it, because it not only gives Terry Funk the return match, which he's going to get one way or another. What a move by Terry Funk! But it would also allow him to pick the stipulation.
No doubt that would give him a huge advantage, because Terry Funk has a couple of matches I can think of that he would be very much in favor of, a Texas Death Match being right at the top of that list. As the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the self-professed dirtiest player in the game, goes to work in the eyes, raking him on Terry Funk. Back elbow finds its mark. And now Terry Funk, neither of these men going to be Choir Boy of the Year, that's for sure.
Well, they definitely are not. And now Terry Funk targeting that neck and throat of Ric Flair, as we all know what happened to Flair on the 4th of July. Put him on the sideline for 30 days.
And the look on the Nature Boy Ric Flair makes you wonder if he's not starting to feel some of that after what Terry Funk just did to him. Russian leg sweep by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Terry Funk all the way down to the concrete floor. Funk is the #1 contender right now because he has not received a title return match. We are still waiting on official word from the championship committee as to when that match will take place and where.
Well, I am sure they were waiting for this match to be over just so they at least know what stipulations they're dealing with as well, if Terry Funk finds a way to win.
Flair attacking the leg and the knee of Terry Funk, and the referee count continues to climb. And Flair beats the count back in the ring. Terry Funk is going to have to work hard to do it. Can he beat it? He does.
Terry Funk just barely beating the 10 count back into the ring. Had Flair up but couldn't hold him.
And now it is the world champion focusing his attention on Terry Funk. And I believe he's going to go for that figure 4, but he's very close to the ropes. He's got it on there. Funk just grabbed the ropes.
Flair continuing to target the knee of Terry Funk, and that is the smart move.
Yeah, you might not like it. You might not think it's very sportsmanlike, but this is professional wrestling. If you've got a body part injured, you have to focus on it. And a one-legged wrestler is a lot easier to beat than one with 2 good legs.
And now it is Terry Funk. Oh, wait a minute. I think Funk just had words for the world champion, and now he's got the leg.
Oh, Terry Funk going to work with that spinning toe hold. Look at the torque on the ankle and the knee of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. Now, Flair slowly to his feet now. Terry Funk. Here it comes. Tremendous pile driver. That could be it. He's got 1, 2. He got him.
Oh, lucky for Flair, the title wasn't on the line.
Maybe not, but Terry Funk will now be able to name the stipulation of the title return match, and that's given him a lot of power and strength. We take a look back at some of the moments here. Bad night for the Horsemen.
Well, this is the first night of this nature that they have had since Ole Anderson joined the team.
There it was. And there is Terry Funk. Victorious here tonight. Fans, we want to thank all of you for joining us on the Nation Network. We'll be back tomorrow with more great live wrestling action here as part of the Nation Network. Until next time, so long everyone from ringside.